It was the 1980s, and Pablo Escobar was at the peak of his powers. His cocaine would find many ways out of South America, but the journey always began here, in the jungles of Peru and Bolivia. The higher potency of the coca paste produced in these jungles made the risk of transporting it back into Colombia worthwhile, meaning Escobar could charge a higher price for his product than he could for substandard Colombian cocaine. Safely in Colombia, the coca paste would then be refined into pure cocaine in preparation for transportation to the USA. Escobar had numerous elusive and eccentric methods for sneaking his product into the States. Commonly though, the cocaine would often be dropped out to sea off the Miami coastline and collected by scuba divers, part of an organization working under any one of the numerous Florida drug lords of the time. A kilo of pure cocaine worth $20,000 in Colombia became worth at least 3 times that as it entered the United States, and the demand was such that Escobar couldn't ship his product fast enough. Miami was torn apart by the cocaine cowboy wars of the 1970s and 80s. Miami's Colombian, Cuban, and American drug barons distributed the cocaine across America as the nation's love affair with the powder continued. But cocaine's status as a controlled drug made the business dangerous, and in many cases, involvement in the industry only resulted in one of 2 things: a prison cell or a grave.
If you've only just joined us here, we're following yet another high-speed police chase, with the assailant thought to be carrying a large shipment of cocaine intended for the Upper East Coast, probably New York City. Police have been chasing him for 20 minutes now, and this guy is showing no signs of giving up, weaving between traffic at speeds of up to 100 miles per hour. We're gonna go to our eye in the sky now, Mike O'Reilly. How does it look from up there, Mike? Incredible scenes, Bill. The suspect has been seen throwing packages of white powder out of the car windows, and he's driving extremely erratically. He's coming up to some traffic light. Oh my lord, he's spun out! Yes, he looks to be getting out of the vehicle, and the police surely have him now. Well, it's all over here, and I'm quite sure that this lunatic is going to be spending some serious time in a jail cell. Back to you, Bill. Thanks, Mike. Yes, another cocaine cowboy is apprehended. With increased punishments from the courts for drug-related crimes, this criminal sentence will surely be nothing to be sniffed at.
New York was one of America's biggest cocaine customers, particularly as the devastating crack epidemic hit the city in the mid-1980s and continued into the early 90s. Here, the powder was refined into powerful crack cocaine and moved onto the streets. Crime ruled as murder, robbery, and prostitution became rife in the poverty-stricken projects of New York. Even small-time drug dealers could make good money selling crack for as little as $2.50 a hit to the city's thousands of addicts. Escobar's death, which coincided with the perceived end of the crack epidemic, did little to stop the flow of cocaine into the United States of America. His rival Colombian organization, the Cali Cartel, took over most of his business. Although to a lesser extent, cocaine continues to arrive on America's shores every day, a legacy that remains from Escobar's reign as king of cocaine. At home in Medellin, he is celebrated by many as a hero and a savior, responsible for developing the city more than the government ever did. Others see him as one of history's most violent terrorists, responsible for countless deaths, as well as initiating America's cocaine problem. Whichever image or memory his name evokes, Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria will always be remembered for one thing: El Padrón.